Hello everyone, this is Vicky from NIPER. In this video, I will discuss the most important topics in pharmaceutics for GPAT 2025. This video will help you to score maximum marks in pharmaceutics. So now let's start. The first topic is the type of oil and the example and the ratio of the primary emulsion. So we have four types of oils in pharmaceutics, that is your list of mineral oils, volatile oils, fixed oils, etc., with their examples and the ratio of emulsion, which contains the ratio which is oil is to water is to gums. So this table is very important. The next is your the methods to determine the emulsion type. So we have a table which contains four different methods to determine the emulsion type, that is your dilution test, dye test, cobalt chloride or filter paper test, fluorescence test, and conductivity test. So study know about these tests. The most important, that is the tablet coating and the defects. One question will come from this table. The evaluation of tablets and the excipients, the list of excipients and their trade names also important. So study very deep in this about excipients. And the aerosol container parts, so different parts of your aerosols and their evaluation test, the specific test for aerosols, the flashpoint test, the propellant identification, those tests, and the propellant classification. So have a list of classification for propellants used in the aerosol. And the capsule sizes, a table of capsule sizes and the machines which are used for capsules, and the manufacturing steps for capsule and the defects of capsule. So these are very important. The next is your BCS classification, very important, with examples, and the IV-IVC correlation, and the protein binding from biopharmaceutics, the ADME part, that is absorption, distribution, metabolism, excretion part, and specifically with their models and the equations. We have different equations for different models, like example Noye-Whitney equation for dissolution. So like this we have so many equations for ADME. Study all those things. And the distillation, size reduction, size separation, and drain, these are the very four most important topics from unit operations. And study about those important tables and the classification and uses in the specifically mentioned about these things: the distillation, size reduction, size separation, and drain. And again we have the temperature conditions. According to ICH, we have different storage conditions of long-term storage, the stability conditions, long-term stability, intermediate stability, accelerated stability. So ICH mentioned some period, the some stability periods about these things. Study these things. And the climatic zones, the different climatic zones, and the storage temperatures, the cool temperature, cold temperature, room temperature. So study these things. And very importantly, the complexation classification, very important. And from pharmaceutics we have a prescription, that all the parts of prescription, and the posology formula is very important, and the alligation method, proof spirit, and isotonicity adjustments, very important. So one question will come from this line: alligation method, proof spirit, and the isotonicity adjustments. So generally we have two class methods for isotonicity, that is class 1 and class 2. So study about those things and the formulas also. And the hygroscopicity table, so we have a list of hygroscopic, low hygroscopic, high hygroscopic, etc. So study about those things. And the rheology and micromeritics, guaranteed 2 to 3 questions will come for sure from the rheology and micromeritics, very important. And study the first 3 to 4 chapters of physical pharmacy, that is those thermodynamics, etc., very important those also. The surfactant classification, very important. HLB scale and the ointment basis. Ointment basis, very important. And the incompatibility. So we have the physical incompatibility, therapeutic incompatibility, etc. So study about incompatibility. And you should thorough about the pharmaceutical jurisprudence. Very important. 3 to 4 questions will come for sure from jurisprudence. Like study about all the acts and the board members and the schedules also, very important. So don't miss pharmaceutical jurisprudence. And study about dissolution apparatus, the USP types and IP types, and the glass types, type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4 glasses, and the specific tests also. And know the values of angular free pose, Cast index, Hausner's ratio, and solubility table, very important. And you should study the sterilization, the types of sterilization, and when we use which sterilization for which types or which particles, etc. And the staining techniques, very very important. So study about gram staining and the Jean Nelson technique, and you should study all the definitions from pharmaceutics. Like, we have a list of definitions for different dosage form, like elixir, what is elixir, the definition, syrup, the definition, the lotion definition, liniments, ointments, the specific definitions and the specific important points also from those things. And study the all the equations and theories, like in pharmaceutics, and mainly from the physical pharmacy, we have different types of equation, like Huguchi model, the Konze-Karaman equation, the Noe-Whitney equation. We have different types of equations. So study about all the equations and their theories also with their purpose, like which equation you use it for which element, etc. So study about all these things. So finally, if you are thorough about these topics of pharmaceutics, you will get maximum marks from pharmaceutics. So all the best. Subscribe to this channel and share with your friends. Thank you.